Let's give my mom a call today. It's her birthday. I still haven't spoken with her since Beckham's been born. I think it would be right of me to actually call her on her birthday. I'm sorry, Mom. I love you. You know, I'm very busy and occupied. Actually get a little bit of free time today, even though Rebecca doesn't want me to be out here too long, so I gotta make this quick. Hopefully she answers. Oh, show the number, TJ. Sorry it's so close to my face. She probably won't answer the first time. I'll probably have to call her back. Her husband Bob and her share a phone. She might even be working today, unfortunately.
Hello?
Hey, Mom.
Auntie.
How you been?
Well, right now I'm a little sick.
Sick.
I have a cold.
Well, I wanted to say happy birthday to you. I'm sorry I haven't
Thank
talked to you
you.
since Beckham's been born. I just, you know, I'm with two kids, like being around a year
I know
old.
you're really busy. I know you're busy.
Yeah, today was only the first time we actually brought him out with Brody to our friend's 1-year-old birthday today. In Riverside, we had to go.
Aww.
Yeah, we went to the Mass. It was nice, but it was difficult with them. You can't really do much with them, you know. So it was hard. We made it work. So what do you?
Is it real hot there?
Yeah, I'm actually out by the pool right now. I'm about to go in the pool in a moment.
How's Brody doing in the pool?
He's doing good. I've been bringing him in there like probably at least like once a week now. You know, sometimes two times, 3 times. It all depends.
Is he moving his feet?
Yeah, he's kicking around and stuff. I mean, he's doing pretty well. He gets the gist of what's going on.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it definitely is. Yeah, it's really cool.
Fish.
He is a little fish.
A little fish.
He actually just started walking on his own yesterday, or like 2 days ago.
Really?
Yeah, last week. I think it was like, I don't know, maybe like 5 days ago. I'm not sure.
Pulled himself up and trying to walk.
Yeah, well, he is walking. He's been like standing up on his own, but that was the first time he actually walked on his own. I was out by the pool and he just started taking his first steps. I was like, holy shit! I was like shocked. So it was nice to see that. What's
What's he think of the baby?
What's that?
What's he think of the baby?
He's curious. I mean, he's starting to understand. I mean, you know, we got to keep them separated. Like our living room's like it's like an obstacle course now. Like I have so many gates. Like I have this one giant gate that connects around. I actually had to add more. I had to like separate the living room in half. So one end is like where we keep Beckham, the other end is Brody, because you know he's a newborn. He can't like really grab him. He could really hurt him.
Yeah, he can hurt him.
Mm-hmm. So what are you sick with?
Oh, I just have a cold probably from going in that 90-degree heat. I work in where in the hot part, and then you go into the air conditioner and then into the freezer.
Mm.
Been doing that for the past couple of weeks in this 90-degree heat, and it just took a toll. I got a cold. A couple people in work already have colds.
Well, at least it's only a cold.
Yeah, I don't usually get too sick.
Other than
Even
that,
last winter, I already got sick.
other than that, what's new with you?
Same old crap.
Mm.
Bob still hasn't got any of his money. I'm still driving around the little car that doesn't barely get me to work.
Yeah.
They're still holding all the money from his estate up in Harrisburg. We don't know why.
Well, that's not right.
So, well, no, it's not just him. It's his brother and sister too. At the Harrisburg, whatever. They found other stuff, discrepancies and stuff like that with the lawyers. It's a big mess.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's a little pain in the neck.
I know.
Better than me.
I know you were planning on coming here eventually. I know it's like even harder now. Got to get over here.
Well, that's it. Right now, Bob has to pay all this money for this tickets he got. Then I have to pay this loan for the car until he gets this money. I'm not used to paying a loan. I only get $200 a week, you know.
You're gonna have to let me come up there and just bring maybe Brody with me one day, just maybe for like I don't know, a day and come back. I'm gonna have to set something up soon, Mama. He's getting, he's big now, Mom. He's over a year, girl.
Right now.
I know you want.
I saw the pictures.
I know you want to meet him, man. I know, if you were around here, you would have seen him.
I'll get there, TJ. Calm down. I'll get there.
But he's getting big. You're missing all the good stuff.
I know. Grandma sends me pictures and videos on the phone.
So
I know I'm missing all the good stuff.
you
There's
can get
nothing I
pictures.
do
And,
about
you
it.
can get pictures and videos too on your phone. Do you have internet? Do you have
I don't know
internet?
about the video part, just the pictures I know.
Do you have internet access on your phone?
Yeah.
Oh, then I can send you videos that I upload and stuff. I upload videos on my YouTube channel of the kids like every other day. I put videos up. That's how I'm making my income right now.
That's good.
Yeah, I mean it's not much. I mean it's like $400 a month. I mean the 1 month I had a good month. I made like 1,000, which was nice. But you know it goes right to bills and formula, you know, food. But you know it works. It's nice because I get to stay home with them because I thought I was gonna have to go back to working at a bar, but it doesn't look like I'm gonna have to. Hopefully not anytime soon. Hopefully.
Yeah, it's better off staying home.
Yeah, because if we can't afford to hire somebody to watch the kids, so I mean it'd be like the same thing almost. I mean,
Yeah, you wouldn't have any money left.
it's gonna be hard.
You wouldn't have no money left. Can't do that.
No, I know. We already looked into it before. Her mom offered to like pay for like daycare and stuff too. Well, when that was just when Brody was around. It's a different story now with 2 of them. I mean, but I like staying home with them. It's easier. Rebecca's still home now for at least another 2 weeks, and then the challenge will kick in when I'm home alone with them by myself. And we've only both been alone with them for maybe like 4 hours tops, and it's challenging, man. Just diaper after diaper. I mean, they're only a year apart. They're a year and 3 weeks apart. It's like it's crazy. It's like having twins, but they're on a different level.
Yeah.
I think it's
Yeah,
hard.
but it's better off that you're going with them because if they go to the babysitter, kids get wrecked, man. You don't need that shit. Just grin and bear and get through it till they go to school.
No, I agree. I know. I'm glad you never sent me to any of those fucking daycare things. That would have been awful.
But I mean, Grandma really got mad. I'm like, I had 2 days off today and tomorrow because I asked for it off, but I'm sick. But I wouldn't even have the gas money for her to come here and pick me up or do anything. That's what I told her. So I had no money left.
Why? What was she gonna?
Friday.
She was gonna come visit you.
I got $10 left. I got paid 2 days ago.
She was gonna come visit you.
Well, no, she said she couldn't even got me, but she doesn't realize how much it costs for tolls. It's $32 just for tolls.
I would have did that though. I could have came and got you without the kids. I could just leave them here. Why?
Yeah, but I'm sick.
When you're not sick, I'll have to set something up. I'll have to come get you, and then, bring you here for like the 2 days you're off.
Hopefully, I'll have hopefully, I'll be able to rent a car. I don't know. Hopefully, when all this shit's done, Bob starts shots in his hands too this week. Friday, he starts getting shots in his hands instead of getting his hand operated on. The crushed hand.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
He has to have shots in it every 2 weeks.
He can't win, man. He's always injured. Something's always wrong with him.
No, that's from the injury before. That's what happens after you get injured like that.
I just keeps
arthritis sets in and they swell up. If you don't get some shots once in a while to relieve his knuckles and everything, his hands all swell up. Inflammation because there's a lot of scar tissue in there from being crushed. But they wanted to operate on him, but he told me to opt to take the shots for right now. There's no reason to cut into his hands.
Is it like doctor close by him and stuff that he has to go to? It's not like a hard drive or anything?
Yeah, it's 32 miles.
Oh, damn. Oh, yeah, that's a far ride.
To Lewistown, 32 or 35 miles. It takes us like 40 minutes. Just that, maybe half hour to get there and drive back.
And you're like 250 miles from us, aren't you? Like 200
It
miles.
takes 4 hours to get from here to the Bristol Bridge.
Oh, man. Jesus Christ.
4 hours. But I've been meaning to call, but I couldn't. I didn't. Bob always has a damn phone, and he's always on it, or it's either not working or it's shut off. I can't stand this new smartphone crap.
You don't like the smartphone?
Well, that's what he has, because that's what we had to get, because our old phone wouldn't work.
It's too tech savvy for you, right?
I don't do that. I'm not do that.
You need one of those like old school, what is it, the hand dial ones where you put your finger in and twist it around.
Well, we had one, but you can't get it. You can't get service up here.
Do those phones even still work? They still work on a system
like
that?
Oh no, not that. I'm talking about the old cell phones, the big ones. But the ones like a flip phone. That's what I had.
Oh, I'm thinking like a Zach Morris phone from like the '90s, like the giant.
No, I had a flip phone. We had 3 of them the last 10 years.
Yeah, flip phones. Flip phones haven't been like remade in like a decade. Like they've been gone for a while.
Well, no, what happened is they changed the, I don't know, something in the phone with the tower here, and we had to get a whole new phone. It wouldn't work here anymore. Something with the chips in it, they were obsolete. You know, it wouldn't work.
Yeah, they
on
make
the cell tower here.
they make you upgrade. Yeah, I know what you mean. We had to do that
Like
before with our internet service, the Wi-Fi. Our router was we had to upgrade, and then we upgraded, and the modem or router, whatever, fried within 3 days, and then we called and tried to use the old one. And they said you can't do that anymore since you switched. Rebecca chewed them out. This was a while ago, but yeah, we had to go out and buy another router. It was awful.
No.
Yeah, it was a pain in the
Well,
ass.
it's like our cable here. It's a satellite. Stupid box. They just made us upgrade the box. The box doesn't work right. None of it works right. Stupid DVR box, whatever that means.
And that's because you guys, it's hard for you guys to get service out there. I mean, you're in the middle of nowhere. You got to work on a tower to bounce up the signal from the tower to the satellites, to the dishes in the sky. And outer space, man. Outer space.
Huh.
Yeah, it can be complicated.
So how old's the baby now?
Brody, he's 13 months. Well, he's actually
No, not Brody. The little,
Beckham. He'll
the
be
little,
he was born on August 1st. So I mean, he's almost a month now.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, he's looking good, man. We had a little scare at first when we were there. He had to go to the NCIU, or the basic care unit thing. Nothing like real hardcore, but the birth was so quick. Like, I mean, she went into labor, and we got there at like 1:30, I believe it was, and then like next thing you know, the baby was born around 2 o'clock, like 2:06. That was. It happened so fast. Like the second child, we don't know. It's all new to us. The second child came so much quicker. It was crazy. It was something else. It was pretty amazing.
Came a lot faster, huh?
Yeah, a lot quicker. He was a little smaller too. I mean, he was like 7 pounds. You know, a little over 7.
What color is his hair?
It's black. It's turning like a little reddish black. It's gonna be like probably strawberry blonde. Just changing
That's
colors.
good.
Mm-hmm.
So Brody wants to hug the baby, huh?
Yeah, he's curious. He like grabs his face the one time we got a little close. But it's
Luckily he has the cats to hug.
Yeah, oh yeah, he grabbed our one black cat, Kitty Boo Boo, Kitty Softpaws, her tail the other day. You know, it's like an instinct for kids. We all go right for the tail. We're like, give me the tail. But the black cat comes up to him constantly. All the other cats are just like way away from him. She comes up to him, hangs out with him, like kind of plays with him. It's really cute. I'm really surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I hear it's really rare that cats do that. Yeah.
Some cats do that.
Yeah, she's really into him.
Some cats, like these cats, they wouldn't. They're afraid of everything. Absolutely afraid of everything.
How my dogs doing, Monkey and Panda?
Right now, they're passed out.
They're old now, man. They're like 10 years old.
No, they're not 10. They're 8.
8? Well, they're getting close to 10. I mean, I got them in what, 2007, 2008? They were born.
2008.
Damn.
I just said they're 8 years old.
That's crazy how that.
They're 8.
But they're doing good.
Yeah, of course they are. They live with me, don't they?
Yeah, I know. I know you, the animal lover.
They got their own couch. They got their own chairs. They got half the living room. They have their blankets.
Spoiled.
They have their bonies.
Spoiled. I can't even imagine.
They got a big freaking acre of ground in front that they run on.
I
chase birds.
I can't even imagine
chipmunks.
if you didn't take those dogs from me, how my life would be right now with the 2 dogs. I don't think we ever would have got cats. So thankfully you did end up taking those dogs in and stealing them from me. I know you were like, I'm taking the dogs. Remember that? And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't have been able to travel around.
No, I could. It was good because the apartment me and Rebecca got, we couldn't bring dogs in there anyway, so it worked out for the best. Because the apartments that accepted dogs were like at least $300 more a month for like liability insurance reasons and stuff. So, and then even Monkey might even be considered a pit bull. They might even be like, oh, look at his face and think he's a pit bull, even though he's not. Like people I remember walking him, people think he's a pit bull. I'm like, he's not a pit bull. He's a Boston Terrier.
No, he's not.
He's a baby. He's a little baby.
He's got the crooked face.
He still does that whole thing where he's
my
like,
boy.
Does he still do the thing where he like shakes
He's
his head?
my boy.
Does he still like shake his head and go, oh, and he gets all excited with you?
Yeah, she's goofy.
Little fat, goofy puppy.
Panda rules the nest, though.
Yeah, she was always a little bossy. The females usually are.
Panda rules the nest over the beagle and monkey, unless monkey gets pissed off.
Oh, I miss them, man.
Which isn't very.
I miss them. I miss
isn't
those
very
dogs.
often. Yeah, but they got a good life here, man.
Oh, I know
just
they
like
do. Thank you, Mom, for taking
Even
care
though
of
I
them.
miss everybody, but I can open that door in the morning and sit right on those steps and just hear birds and cows mooing, the donkey up the road. That's what I get to hear instead of traffic.
Well, I like where we're at too. We got a nice backyard, a little wilderness. I mean, we're like, you know, a block away from like the main street. The hospital's like away from, but we all have trees behind us, so you can't see anything. It's blocking everything. And actually, the other day I watched a blue jay and a hawk. Like a hawk came down and like battled a blue jay. It was crazy. I think he was trying to take the babies out of her nest. Oh, that blue jay went apeshit.
Probably.
They were battling in mid-sky. I'm sitting in the pool. I'm like, this is crazy. Where's my video camera? I should be like getting this on video. Nature channel here, man.
They're nasty. Both of them can be pretty nasty.
Blue jays are very.
Yeah, my throat is so sore. Oh,
I'm sorry, Mom. I know how that can be.
no. My throat is just so sore. Yesterday it wasn't as bad today because I'm lucky I have off. I usually don't get sick, but man, it's just that heat tore me up working in that heat the last 2 weeks.
I'll bet.
Yeah, in that 90-degree heat.
Yeah.
And then you go into air conditioning, and then you go in the freezer.
Oh no, it messes up the body, man. It confuses you a little bit. Well, if you were over here, man, if you were living around here, you could be jumping in the pool with me, hanging out. I'm about to go.
I know. I wish I could float in the pool.
I'm about the pool. I'm actually in the backyard now. The pool's right behind me. I'm about to jump in a few minutes. It was hard today bringing them out because the car, you know, starting to get routines down. You got to remember to bring the car out, start it up, put the air conditioner on because he gets in the car seat. You know, like those little metal parts of the seatbelt are so hot. I put him in there the first time we ever did it, and I was like, oh, I can't put him in there. And he got in. He was like, you can see him all jittery. He's like, oh, that's hot. And I was like, oh, my bad, buddy.
You gotta start covering them up.
I do. I keep
them up with blankets or a towel or something.
I do. I keep a white sheet in there over top of his, like, but it's not really doing much for it. We usually park it in the garage, but I mean, like, as of lately, like, that's my like man cave. Until she goes back to work, I've been keeping the car in the driveway because we don't really go anywhere anyway right now. Until she goes back to work or he gets a little bigger, you know. It's a little.
I don't go anywhere. I just go to work and come home.
I pretty much.
I haven't even been in the woods. We haven't even been fishing. It was so hot.
That's what I was just discussing with Rebecca. I want to get my fishing license. I want to start going fishing again. I miss doing that stuff.
It was so hot to even attempt it to be out in the heat.
We got up to.
He caught some crayfish today.
Today it was up to like 92, 93, and then when the car, you know, you get in the temperature set 100 degrees. So I mean, you know, and then we started driving. It went down, of course, like it always does. It said 92. I was like, damn, it is hot.
How far did you have to drive?
We had to go. It was at the Madison pub today, so it wasn't far. Just basically back to the old home area. It's 30 miles, which isn't bad. It goes by quick. It's literally 42, 295, and then Creek Road, and bam, we're right there. So, no, it doesn't take long at all.
What was it called, Madisonville?
The Madison pub.
Madison
the
pub.
Town Tavern, Madison.
That's Riverside.
Yeah, Riverside. You know, Madison's like the nicest like bar tavern like in Burlington County. It's like beautiful and it's.
Yeah, you used to hang out in there and go in the kitchen and.
It's in Riverside, and yeah.
Food.
When I remember when Lisa worked at JD's over there across the street. I think she still lives at the pub. Yeah,
she worked there, and then that other friend I knew before her worked there. And then the other people I knew when I grew up, his father worked there. So I've gone in that place a long time.
At JD's or when it used to be BJ's, right?
No, BJ's is down towards Debbie's house more, down towards the Eagle.
No, but that's what I'm saying. JD's and Madison are directly across the street from each other, Mom. And if you go out back, it's right there, catty corn on the corner. It's right there. It's literally right next to it. Madison is like expanded. It's huge. It's not.
Like right up the road. Yeah.
It's not even up the road. It's literally across the street. You walk like 10 feet and it's right there. It's been a while. I know you haven't been around here in a while. So.
I thought the Madison pub was on the corner where the railroad tracks are.
No. It's literally it's right next to JD's. Like the parking lot is right next to JD's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right then. It used to be called Darts.
What, Madison?
Now it's called that.
The Madison
Maybe.
used to be called Darts?
It's right up the road from them. I don't know.
No, you're thinking of the beer factory.
Beer factory.
Yeah,
you're right.
yeah.
Beer factory.
The Madison's like a high maintenance, beautiful place. Like, you know, it's more of like a fancy restaurant. People do weddings there. Obviously, they did the 1-year-old birthday today. It was like going to a wedding today. It was all like, it was beautiful there. It was very nice, really awesome. Yeah, they did an excellent job.
Yeah, I don't think I was in there before.
Nah, they've
I got
changed
that place confused with something else.
Since you've moved. Like they've added on to that place addition after addition after addition. There's like, oh, it's unbelievable how nice it is there. Actually, before if we would decided to stay around in like that area, when we looked at places in Delran, I was going to apply for a job there. But then I moved, I got that job at Whistler's in Cinnaminson, which I'm glad I did, because apparently, Whistler's, you actually make more money there. It's more popular there. They built a whole outside area there too. I loved working over there. It was nice. So other than what's going on with you, Mama? What's going on?
Nothing.
How old are you? Wait, how old are you now? 2?
56.
56. God damn, girl. That's not too old though.
I was born in 1960.
60. The 60s.
I was born in 1960.
The 60s are where it's at.
Nothing really. I told you I don't go anywhere. The only thing we do is go to doctor's offices.
Hey man, since the kids, even before the kids, I didn't really go anywhere. So the farthest I ever get to go is go to like a wrestling show, and it's like in Voorhees or in Philadelphia, and that's about as far as I go today. Well, today I don't really go anywhere because we have PJ's. It's like 1,000 feet from me. I actually went out on a Friday night. I walked across the street for the first time at like 12 o'clock with my one friend. That was the first time I've left the house since Beckham's been born. With one baby, it was different because Birdie sleeps through the night, but Beckham, he's up like every 4 hours. But Rebecca's been taking care of him through the night, which is nice, which I really appreciate. It's awesome because she'll be going back to work, and she just wants to get as much time in with him as she can.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, because then when she
goes
back...
I wish I had a big tall glass of Boost right now and a slice of Angela's pizza. That's what I wish I had right now.
What I wouldn't do for a Boost and a slice of Angelo's pizza. Yeah,
and a Boost.
I drank Boost the last time I was around. You know what? Like, I miss it, but at the same time, my heart condition, that shit has so much caffeine. It's like... I drank it when I went to a wrestling show with Joe.
I didn't drink it like a hound. I like drinking. I've been drinking it my whole life. It comes in like
a freaking giant, like 64-ounce cup or whatever size it is. It's like a liter of freaking Boost, a slushy, and then it's like so much caffeine.
I had it shipped here.
Huh?
I had it shipped here. I haven't had it shipped here since we moved here, but I used to bring it home all the time.
I'll have to send you.
And get it shipped here. I haven't had it shipped here in a while. I used to bring Angela's pizza home, put that in the freezer, and then I used to bring home DeLuca's rolls, and we freeze them too.
Oh yeah, DeLuca's rolls, man. We used to steal those things.
Yeah.
We used to walk by. It was by Angela's, the DeLuca roll shop. Everybody looked for the rolls. We just walk by and like snag them. They'd be outside cooling. That's so bad. We used to do it all the time.
Yeah, well, that's what bakeries were for. We always did it too.
What, to steal the rolls?
Yeah, take the rolls.
I know, really, the roll, what's it cost them like 2 cents,
Something like that.
Oh man, good times.
So how's all your friends making out?
They're doing good. I mean, I feel like everybody here and there is having kids, but then you still got your same friends that are, partying, working, doing their thing. Like, not sure if they're gonna have kids, but all my friends, we're on different levels, but we still remain friends. And I don't like when people make excuses, say just because we're different levels, you can still be friends with people. We all go through different levels in life. Everybody changes. Still remain close.
No, I don't have any other friends except Debbie now.
Debbie, yeah, and she's all the way out. Well, she's out where we just were. That's pretty far. Well, if you come out here to see Debbie and you don't come see me and your goddamn grandkids, I'm going to be very
pissed. I would never do that.
I know, Mom.
I would never do that.
I'm surprised Debbie didn't come and get you and drag your ass out here and say, you need to go meet your damn grandkids, Lisa.
Yeah, I honestly didn't know when I moved here I wasn't going to have money to come home at least once or twice every couple months, I didn't know that.
No, I understand. If I didn't have my video,
but we wouldn't have been able to live down. Yeah, but we wouldn't have been able to live down there because Bob, living on Social Security, you don't have any money.
No, Mom. If I didn't have that one video go viral, the damn cats.
Here, all our bills are paid with his money.
Well, at least your bills are paid. Our bills are not. I believe Rebecca just had to ask her mom to help us out with a mortgage payment this month, which I feel awful about. I hate when that happens. She tries to like not even let me know, which I understand. I'm like, don't ask your mom, but she does. Her mom's bailed us out like 2 or 3 times now since we've been here. I hate doing that.
Well, when she gets back to work, she'll have her bigger paycheck again.
Well, yeah, and she's getting a raise actually. She's getting a 20% raise, which should actually break us even because when we moved, she was getting a bonus every month, and then the bonuses stopped. So like that's how they judge us on the house, and it was like, then just like every 3 months or so comes by, and we're like $400 or $500 short. But now, I mean, I'm getting a little bit of income from the video that went viral, and it's helping my channel grow. I'm getting that $400 or $500 a month is like just pays for the diapers, the formula, our food, necessities like laundry detergent, all that crap, just basic stuff.
That's all we ever have left for. We don't have left for nothing extra at all.
Yeah, it's awful. It stinks.
I mean, if we lived in Jersey, we wouldn't even be able to live there. Okay, where would we live?
Isn't Jersey great? And it's funny when I go online and people like that live like down south, like somewhere else, they comment like, you lived with your parents until your mid-20s, and I'm like, what state are you from? like they tell me like to like South Carolina. I was like, well, it's a lot more expensive to live in New Jersey, and I was like, and it gets worse in some areas, like in New York and other areas. I was like, out here to find a decent apartment's like $1,000 a month, then utilities like $1,500, and I asked this one guy,
and grand ain't even that, and that's low.
Exactly, grand is low.
Usually you're talking $1,800, $1,900, $2,200 a month.
And this kid was like, yeah, he's like, well, I make like $350, $400 a week, and I was like, well, good luck with that, because if you moved to New Jersey, I was like, you wouldn't be able to survive. I was like, you better find out another way to live, or like find a woman to be with, and you guys need to put your money together or get some friends together, because that's the way it is over here. I was like, I got friends still, they're like almost 30, they went to college, and they still are trying to figure their shit out. It's like, it doesn't work like that over here. The system is not right. The money's all screwed up. Everything's wrong over here.
Look at me, I work at that grocery store, and I'm not even making $8 an hour.
And that's ridiculous. You should be making at least like $10 to $12 an hour.
Not here. This is third world country here.
Yeah, apparently. But at least it's a little less expensive there, though. I guess.
A little bit, but not much. But like if I would try to find another job, I wouldn't even get 20 hours a week. I'm lucky I get 30, 35 hours a week there. Because nobody hires you now with the Obama thing for more than 20 hours a week.
What's the Obama thing? Obamacare?
Because they have to pay your insurance, health insurance. If you're a full-time employee, they have to pay for it.
I still haven't even figured out.
That's why nobody's full-time no more here.
Well, that's mandatory Obamacare. I still haven't even figured out, I haven't done that yet. Apparently I can wait a little longer or something, because I still get like the basic charity care at the board, because I don't make enough. If I make over $12,000 a year, which I'm not right now, I guess on my tips I made a little over that before, but like, can't keep track of all that stuff. Yeah, like definitely gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna do with my healthcare stuff. The board told me not to worry about it. They're like, don't even worry about it right now. Like, wait till a year or two from now. It's gonna be mandatory more. Then they're like, right now they're still debating on how to handle all this stuff. I don't know. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't even make enough money to pay a fine for not having health insurance. That's how
it's
low
like
I get
$60.
paid.
I think it's like a $60 or $50 fine every month. You don't pay it or something like that.
Yeah, but guess what? I'm too poor. I'm not eligible to have to pay that. Does that make any sense?
No, it does not make any sense whatsoever.
Yeah. Yes, that's what it said on the income tax when I went to the accountant. I don't make enough to pay the fine because I'm so poor. Because most people, if they're not in that bracket, you have to pay a fine if you don't have health insurance now.
That's good old.
Well, I make such little money, I don't apply to the fine because I'm not up to their level. I don't make enough money.
That's a good old United States of America, man. Those bigwig politicians, man. They don't give a shit about the small people. They just keep making money and feeding ideas to everybody. It's awful.
That's it. Third world country here. Third world country. We were lucky where Bob goes now. It's Lewistown Hospital, and those doctors actually have been operated on by the same doctors Bob has.
Well, that's good.
They were operating on University of Pennsylvania and the Philadelphia Hand Hospital. Both his surgeons, so he's lucky. So they're not these half-wig doctors that we've had for the past couple of years here. We finally found some good doctors.
How's his spirit doing? Is he doing he feeling good? Like, I mean, you know.
No, he had like a breakdown a month or so ago, probably. When he smashed the Jeep up for the second time and cost us all
well,
his money.
that'll do it to you. I mean, that'll break you.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't do. I mean, it wasn't on purpose. The girl crossed the line too. Who knows which one it was? But you know, you have to pay the price for it. There's my Jeep all smashed up. You have to pay fines for careless driving.
It's all right.
I don't have any money either.
I'm not gonna lie. Me and Rebecca have had our breakdowns when the baby was first born. We've gotten some pretty major arguments. They both start screaming at the same time. Now we're good after 2 or 3 weeks. We got used to it. But man, at first it was just like, they're both screaming at the same time, and then like an hour or two later, they're both doing it again and then again. I'm like, man, like one wants something, the other wants this, and like I can't even imagine somebody doing this on their own. Like, I have so much respect for. Like,
I did it on my own. What the hell do you think your dad did?
I got a lot of respect for you, but imagine them being that close together. Like, I mean, I get it. Me and Lee were pretty close.
Well,
like under 2 years.
you had burnt hands when Leanne came home from the hospital. You burnt your hands.
We were both under two kids under 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And your dad had a busted hand. You had burn hands, and I came home from the hospital with a newborn baby. Now you figure that out. I had to take care of everybody.
Sound like a good time.
It was a nightmare. But actually, your kids are probably good, like how you and your sister were. I didn't really have problems with once they got like kind of in a routine. But you guys weren't bad. Even as babies, you weren't bad. You didn't keep me up all night.
No, it seems like Beckham's on the right page. Like Brody was sleeping like 8 to 11 hours in the first month. First month, like, so Beckham, he might actually start sleeping through the night. He's been sleeping like 5 or 6 hours sometimes right now. He's just starting to. This is around when Brody started doing that, and this is a good sign. So hopefully he's just as lazy as his brother when it comes to sleeping. He's just like, I'm out, and I like to sleep. I love my sleep. So we're hoping that all works out.
Yeah, probably. I never had a problem. But see, I didn't sleep like you did. I used to get up and go to the store, and everybody be sleeping, and then when I get home, you guys would just be waking up. That's when I would go grocery shopping when we lived in Beverly with you two. Everybody, you and your dad and everybody be staying asleep, and I'd get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and go food shopping at Pathmark, and then come home by 8.
And then Dad would be going to bed at like 5 o'clock in the morning after having a jam session with his friends all night.
Yeah. Yep.
I kind of remember it. You know, it's funny. I found like his old cassette tapes. You know, like the little tiny cassette tapes. Him and what was it? Billy, the really talented guy that would come by all the time. You know, with the glasses, Billy something. You know what I'm talking about? Really sweet guy, short, blonde hair.
Oh, Billy Smith.
Yeah, good guy, man. I found the tapes, and his music's
Billy Smith.
His music's really fucking good. He was really talented,
your dad
man.
grew up with his older brother Mike and all them, but he became better friends with Billy because Billy was a rocker like your dad.
Yeah, man. Like Billy is very. I found these tapes
They both played a lot of music.
What's his last name? What's his last name? Billy Smith. Is that what it is?
Yeah, Billy Smith.
I searched for him.
Your dad also taught him how to be a jeweler, too.
I searched for him on the internet, Mom. I searched for him on the internet, and I found some guy, but he's like older and heavier, obviously now. And I almost swear it's him, and he's like doing really good things with himself, with music-wise, and he's got like 500,000 people like listening to his music online, and I'm like, I think this is the same.
Well,
same
Billy
guy.
Smith wouldn't be fat. He's a little skinny dude.
But no, that's what I'm saying. He looks like he's heavier, but it looks just like him. He's got the like same style glasses. Like he looks just a little heavier and short. Like I don't know.
Well, he moved to Virginia Beach. That's where his other brother lived. They had the pawn shop.
I'm gonna have to
Virginia
find
Beach.
out, man, because I'm pretty sure those tapes. I mean, I know he's got copies of them, but it was just interesting. You know, the quality's
and
like
then
shit.
your dad had another one. I can't remember the guy's name. That was way before. That was when Huff died.
Steve, yeah.
That band that they played with in Mount Holly. That his friend that he grew up with, Stephen Huff, that big heavyset dude, he was a real good musician too.
Steve?
He's the one. Do you remember him?
Steve Huff. I remember Steve
his
Huff.
His other friend was real heavy, Dave, and then his other friend that played the guitar with him, I can't remember his name, but Dave was a heavyset dude that he wrote a lot of the music, and he had the mixer and everything, and he had another band too. He was in like 2 or 3 bands.
I remember Steve Huff very well. He would like bounce. I just remember as a kid. I have very like good memories of him because he'd be on the porch with Dad. I'm pretty sure they would be like doing acid or something sometimes, and like I'd come home and he'd be balancing umbrellas on his nose, and he would like show me, and I'm like, man, this is awesome. And how, you know, as a kid, you know, like 5 years old, you're very intrigued and you're like entertained by that stuff. I kind of remember when he passed away. I remember like walking out of my room and hearing you crying in the bedroom with Dad, like hysterically crying, and then I found out the next day you guys actually told me what happened, or Dad did or something. I don't remember, and I was like, I didn't understand it too well, but I do remember you crying because I think that was the only time I ever really saw you cry like that. Like, I don't know. I mean, I remember Dad keeping a memorial on the porch and everything. I still have the like I scanned all the pictures that he had, and you know, all our family pictures. I kept them all. That thing was still there in that little thing on the porch.
In my china closet.
China closet, yeah, man. Yeah, Steve was a cool dude, man. He always had his Heineken shirts on.
Yeah, and then what was it, 5 or 6 years later, I ran into his daughter, and I ran into her mother, Mary, and her daughter.
What's his daughter? Wait, who's the daughter again?
Connie.
Connie, okay.
Yeah, Connie. And then her mom's name is Mary. She got remarried, worked for the judge up in Mount Holly. That's how I ran into her again. She was working for a judge.
What I wanted to say about Billy is like, with the tapes, like the old cassette tapes, like the quality's really shit. You hear that like psh, like noise in the background. But I listened to it one time. This was like 3 years ago when I first transferred them. I got one of those little cheap digital transfer tape things, and you hear you come downstairs. You're like, Tom, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. It's enough. It's like the kids are sleeping. All calm, not like you know, old school mom and dad screaming, but just like a calm voice. It's time to go to bed. It's time to stop playing. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. That was so funny. Though. He's like, Dad's like, all right, Lisa, all right. And Billy's like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was
I'm sorry.
They were probably singing the Van Halen song. That's what they were singing.
Constantly just playing music. That's all I remember is them constantly playing music.
Yeah, and there's other cassette tapes when it was Ricky Lilo and Dennis Yost and your dad when they were, we were like 19, 17 or 18. We first got our first apartment, and they would all play. Your dad would play drums, and Dennis would play bass, and Ricky would play guitar. And they would always sing all the time. They do a lot of Leonard Skinner songs.
Yeah, I have like the couple band, the video ones when John would let us borrow the camera, John Carroll, and yeah, they're pretty cool, man. I put them up on my YouTube channel. People love them. It's got like, I think like the one's got like 10,000 views. Yeah, it was badass. They practiced a lot, like, so I mean they had it down. They had like 10 cover songs in there, all the great 60s, 70s songs, man. Purple Haze, you know, Jimi Hendrix, man. Yeah, Leonard Skinner. I don't even know. There were so many, man. So many good ones on there. It was really cool to hear that. It's a shame there wasn't more. I mean,
yeah, he used to do them a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, he was really proud of that. I remember he used to like play it at parties.
We used to play them. We used to play on Friday nights at Lilo's garage in Bridgeboro behind my mom's house.
Oh wow.
We all used to have the band set up in the garage where the Auto Body Shop was, and they'd play all night where we'd hang out.
Where was the video camera for this stuff, man? What the hell? Where's Uncle John Carroll for this?
We didn't have any video cameras, TJ. It was 1971, man. What was it? No, it was 1976.
Where's the projector ones, man? The old, the old school ones with the little handheld things. You know, and then you get the little mic.
Yeah, but we didn't have money for that.
I know.
The only thing Dad cared about was that car, man.
Yeah, the 6 FAO that you had crushed, by the way. Or no, actually, the guy next door to Grandma had it. That's right. He still has it, I think. 6
we went up to Trenton. They never got it on the road because I still had the title, and they never paid me for it.
You got beat.
Yeah, they never paid me.
They probably scratched the serial number. I was probably sitting in someone's backyard as like a show car. They
scrapped it because they couldn't drive it because they'd switch the numbers. They had to switch the numbers on the car to get the title for it.
I remember
she called all the time. She went to Grandma's all the time and tried to get that title. And
I remember
one. You give her $1,000. You ain't getting it.
Do you remember one time when Dad actually got the car to start? And he like started driving it down the alleyway, like literally, after he, got disability, he was legally blind, and he started driving it down the alleyway. Maybe for like, he went down the alleyway around the block. you know, on what is it, Buttonwood, and then came back around. I'll never forget that, man. I was like, is my dad driving? I was like, Dad, aren't you like blind?
Yeah, he hit the freaking fence.
Yeah, he did too. He pulled it at the fence. At one point, it was like bent the whole time.
Smashed right into the front fence.
Oh man, he's probably
That's what Bob would do here.
He was probably having some beers that day. Yeah. So Bob and
I mean, that's why I had to get rid of the car. I couldn't keep that Monte Carlo and bring it up here. Are you kidding me?
Bob and Dad got a lot in common with the cars, man. They like to.
No, not really, no. But he would have killed himself in it because Bob's a big guy.
The 70 Monte Carlo. Do you remember when I remember?
Yeah, he would have killed himself.
I remember you letting me take that like 2 or 3 times, and you know, there's no power steering, but I didn't know all that. I just had my license for like less than a year. I didn't know when you have, you know, cars. I mean, most people don't know. No power steering. You got to go back and forth like constantly with the wheel. It's not like you can just sit there. It was awful. And I remember hitting the gas, and next thing you know, the front end started lifting. I almost did like a damn wheelie in the fucking thing. It would have had like a 350 or 450 in it. It was like ridiculous.
Yeah, big 350 I had put in it.
I hit the gas. I remember all of a sudden the front end was like, I was like, I could have swore the 2 little tires came off the ground by a couple inches. I was like, holy shit.
They do.
I was like, I won't be doing that again. That was the one, and I think twice I drove it. The second time I babied it.
I love that car, man. I sold that to a friend of mine right before me and Bob moved up here. I didn't barely got any money for it. I just gave it to him. He still drives that, and he also has a 68 Impala like I used to have too.
Yeah, the 68, they were both green. The 68 was like a lighter green, and then the Monte Carlo was the dark green. I remember.
The Monte was the swirl metallic green.
I tried driving the 68. What was the 68? Like the lighter green car, what was that called?
The Impala.
The Impala, yeah. It was like a 64, but like more boxy kind. I don't know. I remember driving it down the alley, and I was like, "Fuck this! I'm never no. This car is huge." Trying to turn a corner in that thing, it was like driving a fucking tank, dude. You had no judgment of how wide the car was, like the rearview mirrors, like it just was.
And I could parallel park them like a dime.
And when I think about it, I'm like, you know, back then I was like, you know, before like drinking and driving was even like really hardcore legal. Like today, cars basically drive themselves. I can't imagine people like drinking and driving in those fucking things. They're like death. They're like tanks, and they're so difficult to drive. I like picture Dad or like you back in the day. You guys would have some drinks, party when you're teenagers, and getting behind the wheel, or anybody from that time getting behind the wheel driving one of those things. They're like tanks.
I never drove doing nothing except not drinking and driving ever.
Smoking
either.
Just driving in general was difficult with them. So that's what I mean. I can't imagine people like having a buzz on and driving one of those things.
I mean, Bob, when he bought me the Cadillac, he couldn't believe I could parallel park that bitch. I said, this ain't nothing. That was power steering on that Cadillac on my little Pinky. That was nothing. It was a huge car. Yeah, you saw how huge that Cadillac was. I was as big as the 64 Impala. He couldn't parallel park it. I could, no problem, but he couldn't. He still can't. But I have this old little Subaru. It's like your Lexus.
Mr. Lexus.
But it has over 200. No, it's a little Subaru. All-wheel drive. Legacy, Subaru Legacy. It has over 200,000 miles on it. I got it to go back and forth to work. That's it.
Remember how?
I had to.
Do you remember how pissed off Dad would get because I bought that Lexus? He was so angry about me owning that Lexus for some reason.
Who?
Dad, he fucking hated that I owned it. Like, I guess because I spent my money on it.
Oh, I know. Yeah,
oh my God, every day he's like, you can go live in it, Mr. Lexus. You know, fucking Mr. fucking $9,000 Lexus. You know, you and your girlfriend and your $9,000 Lexus, you could eat and fucking it and all. Yeah, he said some of the craziest things to me when I had that car. But he loved it. He saw it when he first saw it. He loved it. And then he just started getting pissed. Anytime I like would say argue back with him, he would take it out on me about the Lexus. And I'm like, dude, I was like, you bought a car with your money. It was like, he's like, I paid my parents' rent like $50 a week or something. I was like, okay, well, good for you.
And it wasn't long because I made your dad move out and we got rid of the apartment before we were 18 years old.
He was just hating, Mom. He was hating. He missed his 6'4" Impala. That's why. And then I got the Lexus. My Lexus got stolen. Remember, my Lexus got stolen. And then I ended up saving up money and buying another one. I bought a black one because that's all I did was fucking work. I like never stopped working. I'm so sick of it back then, man. It would drive me insane.
That was me. I never stopped working.
Yeah, it was a little difficult. I respect that. I know you always worked. I remember you had like 3 jobs.
I didn't hear either. That's all I did was work, man. I come home from work, take care of the dogs and cats, barely get something to eat, and I'm passed out by 9 o'clock, and I get up at 4 o'clock every day.
Well, that's pretty much my routine now. I mean, take care of the kids, the cats. Well, I mean, I wouldn't call it really working. I mean, I'm making video content. I wanted to go back to work, but Rebecca suggested not to yet. I mean, and she's got a good point. Like, I can't go back to work anytime soon until these kids are a little bigger, if I decide to do that.
You can't do that. You can't have somebody watching these kids, so they
No,
start
I know. Well, that's why I'm lucky to have these, the YouTube channel where I'm bringing in a little bit of money. I'm really thankful to have it. It's awesome. It's really helped me. It's cool. I get to stay home with them, and like, honestly, when I'm with them, there's days where I'm like, I'd rather be at work because he was a handful, and now I'm like, damn, I have to do 2 of these kids, and they're in a different level. Like, I got to go start all over again with at the current level Birdie's at. Like a 9 to 5 job or working at a bar is a piece of cake compared to taking care of kids.
Yeah, I know. I went to work and took care of kids.
Yeah, I don't know how you fucking did it.
Your Bob doesn't believe me. I told him. I said I worked 3 jobs.
Yeah,
I took your kids to school.
And then you got yourself a whole...
And then I went to my other job, and then after that I brought you home from school, and I went to the pet store. I worked 3 jobs for over 12 years.
Yeah, and then you came home and you with the animals and stuff. I don't know how the fuck you did that. I was like, man, you just basically started yourself another job at home. Like, it got like, oh man, I was so angry with you sometimes. I was like, what are you doing to yourself? I kept my mouth shut though. I mean, most of the time I did. Sometimes I would chew you out, but Dad gave it to you a little harder. But like, I'm sorry I did that to you, Bob. But I was upset when I would see you do that to yourself. You literally would go to work, come home, then you would take care of the rabbits' cages, I was like, this is like 7 hours you've been doing this now. I was like, what are you doing to yourself? Stop. It got out of hand. You worked a lot, so.
That's what I do now.
I know.
I'm so mad that I'm not even getting paid $8 an hour. Believe me, I'm so mad over that right now.
You got to figure out.
I killed myself in that heat. I'm not even getting $8 an hour. But if I go up the road, they'll hire you for $9 an hour, but you only get 10 or 12 hours a week. So what's the difference?
Yeah, that's not going to do much for you.
I'm not going to go up the street, spend more money on gas. It's just stupid. So I just stick it out. I mean, I like my job. I just don't like my pay.
No,
I like my job. I like my physical job. I don't like sitting around. I like jobs. I can't just sit and push buttons all day. Well,
I'm like, I think I'm gonna have to go. I'm like looking inside. I see like Rebecca in there. She looks like she's struggling. They're like, well, so much for me.
Okay.
So much for me going in the pool right away. I guess I gotta go inside now and like help her out.
Hopefully I'll see you soon. I love you and thank you for calling me. Tell her
I love you too, Mom. Again, happy birthday.
Tell the kids I love them too. Maybe eventually I'll have one of them Skype things I can see people on.
Please, yeah, try to get something going here. I mean, I don't have my phone, but I can send you stuff. I'll try to send you videos. You have the internet on your phone. Yeah, I can even like text you a link. You just click the button, it'll take you right to your internet, and you can watch the video of whatever the kids did that day.
Well, I gotta get a DVR so you can like tape a full tape for me and send it to me so I can watch it.
Oh, you mean like a DVR, like a DVD or a digital?
Yeah.
Digital. No, you need like a digital media player. They're cheap. You can get some of them for like $25, $30 today, and I can send you like a little flash drive.
I haven't been to a mall or any other store like that.
I'll set you up, Mom. You got an HDMI TV. Basically, all HD TVs are HDMI plugs. I can get you like a little box. Maybe I'll get you like a little. I'm thinking about buying. I know I'm getting all tech savvy. I'm thinking about getting an external Blu-ray player or external Blu-ray burner and burning stuff.
Yeah.
And I can get you a little cheap Blu-ray player, and I can send you the discs. They're basically DVDs. They're the same size. They just hold more data, and the quality's phenomenal. So.
Yeah, I'll have to look in the paper because now that school started, they're going to start advertising all the new electronic shit. So maybe I'll take a look at it so I can understand more.
Yeah, they suck in the consumers.
Tell Rebecca, hopefully I'll get to see you and the kids soon.
Yeah, I know. I hope you do.
All right, I'm going to let you go. I love you.
All right, I love you too, Mom. Tell Bob I said hello.
You take care.
You too.
I will.
Kiss my puppies for me.
Bye-bye.
Bye,
I will.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. So that was a conversation with my mom today. It was a nice conversation. I enjoyed that, Mom. Thank you. Need that. I wish I called her more, but it's hard, with the kids now especially, and I don't like conversating on the phone. That is the longest conversation that I've had since the last time I've had a conversation with my mom. I don't talk on the phone. But, since I don't see her, it's the one exception that I can, But, yeah, I'm going to end this part. Obviously, this is going to be a different video log from the first birthday today. Again, guys, stop judging, start loving, accept others for who they are, and just be yourself, like me and my mother do. My girl, my kids, and my kitties. Meow. I'm gonna go have myself another drink. First, I gotta get in there with her. Exhausting. And then I'm flopping my ass in that pool. Take care, guys.